Nominations for the 81st Annual Golden Globes are out, and after an explosive box office run this summer, the 1-2 punch of Barbenheimer led the field. 9 nominations was more than enough for Barbie, including Picture, Actress, 3 nominations for Best Song. The historical drama Oppenheimer was close behind with 8 nods. Other top films included Martin Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon, the Emma Stone film Poor Things with 7 nominations apiece, and A24's Past Lives with 5. All this at a time of great upheaval for the Golden Globes, still rebuilding after a series of scandals, ethics complaints, and allegations of racism, corruption, and sexual assault, which earlier this year led to the dissolving of the 80-year-old Hollywood Foreign Press Association. With more on today's nominations and the Golden Globes' future, we're joined by extra host Billy Bush. Billy, always great to see you.
It's a chilly night, inside and out. Alex, how are you, my love?
What are we eating there?
Oh, it's chilly now. We have a nice little chili here on this brisk evening. It's beautiful. We're watching Alex Michelson, our favorite host, on television, and we're having some chili. It's wonderful.
We both know that your favorite host on television is Billy Bush, but that's okay. So let's talk about...
It's the kids. It's the kids' favorite host because they get to go to school because of it.
Yeah. So any big surprises or snubs from the nominations?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got this new, like, fan favorite category, box office category, and then you got the which is obviously to bring in, you know, viewers who maybe didn't quite catch, you know, the offbeat film that everybody in the acting community loved, right? It's the general public feed. But then you got, like, The Color Purple, you know? I mean, comedy or category of best musical or comedy, Color Purple, they're singing. Certainly not a comedy. But I think it was a bit of a snub. People thought that Oprah and Steven Spielberg and Fantasia and the cast they brought from Broadway would certainly garner a nomination. They did get one for the 2 lead actresses, but including Fantasia, but not the film itself. I thought that was a bit of a surprise. Anything surprise you?
Well, I mean, I think that that's a bad look when your whole thing is that your organization was racist, and then you don't nominate The Color Purple.
But the whole point is that you cleaned out the voting body of 87, you know, people looking for free watches, and you've supposedly replaced them with 300 new voting members who are legitimate from 75 countries. And you're saying now we have a legitimate body, but if they don't pick what, you know, and they make their own choice, now what do you do? I mean, you can't exactly call them to task right away. They're hoping the media doesn't. But I think, look, there's an actor of color in every category.
Yeah, I mean, before the Hollywood Foreign Press was like the penny saver from Lithuania, was basically who was voting for these awards.
Who were these guys going around getting free stuff?
Yeah, so because of that, I mean, this show specifically hasn't always had that much credibility, but all of the award shows, we've seen their ratings go down. You mentioned this, they're doing this cinematic and box office achievement, which I'm not quite sure what that means, how you win that sort of thing. And then they also have, you know, trying to find a high pro. Well, how is it? What does that mean? How does that work?
That's why it's exactly why the Oscars expanded from 5 categories to 10 when it came to Best Picture, right? They're trying to bring in some of the bigger box office knockouts so people will be like, oh, I saw that movie. I can relate to this show. I'll be there.
And then the question is, who's going to host this thing? In the past, Ricky Gervais was so effective at hosting this. Our pal now with CNN, Elizabeth Wagmeister, reporting that several hosts have turned it down, including Chris Rock. The guys from Smartless were apparently asked to do it. Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, Will Arnett. They said no. Who is going to host, and why are people turning this thing down?
I don't know. I'll host it. If you need somebody to host it, I got plenty to say. I'm happy to step up. I think the foolproof strategy is the alternating between Tina and Amy, then Ricky, then back to Tina and Amy, then back to Ricky. It just works. Last year was a little heavy. I think people felt that what was a swing and a miss. But I don't know. I'd be coming out. I think all the issues have mostly, you know, been resolved, and people are ready to get back to the boozing and schmoozing that is the Golden Globes. It's awfully fun, and I hope it returns to fun. And if I were a stand-up comic or a host, which I am, would say yes in 2 seconds.
Well, Jared Carmichael was the host last year. That was kind of the swing and the miss that he mentions. He's talking about Tina Fey, Amy
Who's a little
Poehler.
heavy, yeah.
But if we need somebody who's good at both boozing and schmoozing, there's nobody better than Billy Bush.
You know what? I can booze, I can schmooze, and get me up there. I got lots to say to these people. I've known them a long time.
Yeah.